Hi. My final group of critiques will be uh, Kelly's Hot Wheel uh, display, Dulcie's Jelly Belly display, Dawn's Kleenex display, Vanessa's Bubble Yum display, and finally Craig's Toolbox display. Again, I think that this is an interesting group of displays. There are at least a couple of different approaches that we haven't seen, including Craig's Toolbox and the gravity fed from Dawn. But let me start by talking about Kelly's Hot Wheel display, which I think is quite good. It's very interesting to me. There's some things I think that are fantastic about it. The front panels and side panels I think are very well thought out, particularly with the graphics. The height is a good height for these packaged cars. The graphics on those front and sides are very strong. The proportions of the display itself, I think, are really pretty good. I like the relationship of the low sides to the high backboard. I like the foam rubber idea to hold the product. I think that would keep them very neat and very stable and easy to come back and straighten out. It does seem to come up short in one or two areas. One is the amount of product that it holds. The only holding, I think, 9 cars or 12 cars, I forgot what it was. Doesn't seem like that many compared to the size of the display itself. And what I think makes it really hard is the way that they're packaged, and the packaging has quite a big backing board to it, and that takes up a lot of space. And the second place that I think that could be improved are the backboard graphics. And I think instead of having the lightning bolts there, just having a big Hot Wheels across the top would really help identify the product. What I do think is fantastic about this project, though, is its craftsmanship, and it is quite outstanding, and it makes it look quite professional. I also think the approach of Dulcie's Jelly Baby, Jelly Belly display is quite good. Very strong in product identity, and I think that's what makes this display for me. There is no doubt what's in that box, what's in that display, and I think that's really important in a small kind of countertop display like this. Very simple, straightforward graphics, no messing around, holds a ton of product. Seems if it did function, it seems that it would be fairly straightforward. One thing that I would like to see improved in this product is the dynamics of the sides. Right now they're just big rectangles, and you have this really kind of nice graphic swoosh, red squiggly line across the side, and I think that if you had perforated a line there and it just tore away there so that the display itself had that kind of nice wave to the side, I think that would be really effective. But otherwise, I think it's quite a strong display. Dawn's Kleenex box is quite interesting. It is maybe the most eclectic display I've seen. I'm not exactly sure all of what's going on there. I think it's quite interesting because it seems to be quite eccentric. I like that a gravity-fed display was done. We've seen only very few of them. I think that the mechanism that you have to get them out, just an opening on the side like that, would work just fine. I don't know how deep it is. It seems like it might be a little too deep for just one, but not deep enough for 2 rows going all the way back. I think that it needs some kind of focus, though. It doesn't seem to be saying anything in particular, and the things that it are somewhat jumbled. So, the kind of stuck-on graphics in the airplanes and cars and thought bubbles and those kinds of things. It needs one theme, I would suggest, and that theme should be very concise and it should be very obvious. I think the Bubble Yum POP has some potential. One of the things that I think misses the mark is that it doesn't rely on the actual Bubble Yum identity. So I wouldn't recognize this as a Bubble Yum display, and the Bubble Yum logo type is very recognizable. I know it since it came out when I was a kid, and I wouldn't identify the graphics on this display as being associated with that gum. But what you do have is quite an exciting, visually exciting display. I like that. There's a lot of action to the graphics. I like the colors. I like that the graphics themselves break through the lines of the rectangles. All those kinds of things I think are a plus for this display. Like I said, the big drawback though for me is that it doesn't rely on the product's graphics or packaging. And finally is Craig's Toolbox, which I think is a pretty interesting take. It looks quite like a toolbox. I think if it was filled with packets of tool candy, that would work really well as a display, particularly on a countertop. The form of it looks quite like a toolbox. I like that it has the tool graphics, kind of cartoon tool graphics on the side. I think that's effective. The only thing that I don't think works particularly well is the Gummy Tool logo type name placed where it is, and how it's placed. It looks not integrated enough into the toolbox itself. I think maybe if it had a wood burnt look, or raised letters on the wood, or carved letters into the wood, or something that reflected the nature of the material that the toolbox is supposed to be made out of, I think that would have been more effective. So as a group, good work, and it was good fun seeing the diversity of approaches here.